Hey, Michael here and welcome to another video from YAHSHUA Payroll Solutions. In this video, we'll take a look at how you can generate your payroll, examples of reports in YAHSHUA Payroll web app, and how to send payslips directly to your employees. And with that, let's hop right in. Alright, before we begin our payroll generation, we need to check on several things, such as the daily logs of our employees. Now, if I want to check the logs of my employees, I want to go to Timesheet Reports and then click on Logs Verification Reports. Logs Verification Reports provides an overview summary of all the logs for my employees. Now, since I want to generate payroll for 1 week, that is from June 10 to June 17, I want to review the logs of my employees for that week. So I'll set the filter here and click on the search button. Alright, so as you can see, these are all my employees, and these are the dates, and also it gives me a summary of whether the logs are okay for that day or not. So as you can see, I have some employees here who had no logs for that day. I'm gonna need to talk to them. And then you can also see that there are days where it's like a regular holiday, such as on June 12th. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. The second thing we need to make sure is the approval of their request. So if my employees have any requests about leaves, undertimes, and overtimes, I need to make sure that those have been approved. Now, to approve the request, I need to go here to approval. And as you can see, there's a lot of requests. But for now, I'm going to focus on approving their leave applications. So I'm going to click on leave application. So I'm going to select on one of these employees, right? Click approve and click submit. Approve, yes. Okay, great. And I'm going to click on this employee, click approved, submit, approve, yes. All right, great. So after I've approved all the things I need to approve for my employees, I can now begin to generate their payroll. So now, in order to start generating your payroll, we head over here to payroll. And then we click on create right over here. So now I can choose the default payroll period, or I can also choose what the payroll schedule I want to generate for, whether it's weekly, quincenal, or monthly. Now, as I mentioned before, I want to generate for a weekly payroll. So I'm going to go ahead and press on weekly. And I'm going to choose my from and to date. So what range I want to generate from. And I want to generate from June 10. It's automatically going to set for me up to June 16th. And then the payment date of when I will release the payroll will be on June 17. And then here, I can then choose if I want to include their statutory, earnings, recurring deduction. So I'm just going to click on all of those. Yes. All right, that one too. And I can also choose which employees I want to exclude from contribution, which employees I want to exclude from tax, which employees I want to exclude from recurring earnings, etc. So there's a lot of customization on how you can generate your reports. So now I'm going to click on save. All right, great. Payroll period has been successfully added. That's great. So now I'm going to click on this and then generate the payroll for my employees. Now you can do this individually, but I would highly recommend you click on batch generate over here. So click on batch generate, and then you can go ahead and choose which employees you want to generate payroll. You can uncheck this and then check each one individually. But since for this payroll period, I want to generate for all my employees, I'm going to go ahead and press this checkbox over here to generate payroll for all of my employees. And then I can click on generate. Great, so as you can see now, my employees have their payroll ready and set. Perfect. All right, so now let's take a look at some of the reports in the YAHSHUA Payroll web app. To do that, let's go to reports. And since we just generated our payroll, I'm going to go ahead and check out our payroll register report over here. Okay, so now here on the payroll register report, I'm going to go ahead and select a payroll period. And I'm going to click the one that we just recently generated from June 10 to June 16. There we go. And that's our payroll register report. Great. Okay, so now let's go ahead and send out the payslip from our employees. Let's go back to payroll. And assuming we've sent the salaries of our employees to their bank accounts, we can then mark this payroll as paid. So once we mark this as paid, So yes, I want to click as paid. It's going to ask for my password here, so I'm just going to go ahead and enter my password. Okay. So as you can see, that payroll generation has been marked as paid. That will automatically send the payslip to your employee's kiosk. So now let's take a look at what the payslip looks like on your employee's kiosk. Okay, so currently I'm in my employee kiosk, and if I want to check my payslip history, I need to go here to inquire. And as you can see here, there are different kinds of histories I can see here, such as my leave history, undertime history, work on holiday history. But what I'm really looking for is my payslip history. So I click on that. And as you can see, this was the latest payroll generated. And that means that I've received my payslip for that payroll. If I click on option, I'll be able to see here the details of my payslip. There we go. And then of course I can go ahead and click on show description, print it, or save it as PDF. Alright, so in this video, you just learned how to generate your payroll. You've seen examples of reports in YAHSHUA Payroll web app and how to send payslip to your employees. I hope this video has been helpful, and I'll see you again next time. God bless.